Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bone Wilder, heavyweight champion of the world. And you know what it is. You're watching Behind the Gloves. Now that one even good. Let me. Bomb Squad!
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps and I am joined right now by Virgil Hunter. We are here, just finished up the press conference. You know, when you heard that it was going to be Andre Berto, because I know it was between, him and then the rumored with Amir Khan, what was your thoughts?
Well, as I indicated earlier to some other people, you have mixed emotions because you care about both men. And, my heart went out to Amir. And, but, on the work ethic end, I have to prepare Berto. Wasn't my choice. It was Floyd's choice. And so we're here, and, Berto has to make the most of it. But definitely my heart went out to Amir. And if it was the other way around, my heart would go out to Berto.
Did you by chance get the opportunity to speak to Amir or not yet?
I haven't spoken to him since the announcement. I don't know if he's in England or whatever. I'm sure at some point that we'll speak because, he has to, there's some alternatives that have to be made for him. And, we'll have to sit down and see what direction would be best for him to go in.
So, Andre Berto and you collectively as a team get the opportunity, the last opportunity, to defeat the pound-for-pound king. I mean, just being on this stage, even reflecting back, Virg, on your career and you as a trainer and seeing where you're at today. Describe the feeling.
Well, it's an honor, as I indicated up on the podium, that these things come along, not too often in life, and you want to make the most of it, but at the same time, you want to acknowledge the opportunity that was given to you and who made it possible, and not take nothing away from the one person who's keeping boxing in the limelight, keeping boxing in focus for the masses. So when you have an ambassador like that, no matter which way you look at it or look at him, we who are true fight fans and who are truly involved in the sport, be it from your perspective, my perspective, and anybody else's, we have to appreciate that.
What do you have to say to the people who reacted so negatively to the fact that it was the Berto? And, because in my honest opinion, I felt like whether it was Berto or whether it was Khan, it was going to have some form of backlash because you really can't please everybody, right?
Well, look, backlash comes from people who are not fans. You see, if you're a fan, there's no backlash. You look at boxing the way it is because those same people will sit and watch another fight that same week when they know it's a mismatch, right? You get 1 million viewers watching a mismatch and know it's going to be a mismatch. And then you get the same people that's backlashing this one, promoting that one. So these are not really fight fans. This is something they might happen to be doing at the same time. And really, they're, almost parasitic to the sport because if you're going to write about something, you should be promoting it. If you can't help it, don't hinder it. But, success brings envy. Success brings jealousy. Success brings opinions. And for some reason, the entitlement of people with the pen, they forget that you're not running the sport. You're writing about the sport. But they become fans. So once they become fans and they elevate who they want to elevate, promote who they want to promote, they don't even realize they've become fans. So and have favorites. So they tear down what they don't like. It's almost like the kid that's dad brought him all the new bats and balls and gloves on the street, but everybody else who don't have one is a better player than him. So when he strikes out and they laugh, he wants to take his mitt and ball and glove and go home so nobody can play. So, these are the type of people who come from the criticizing point of view because they have nothing to offer in terms of promoting the sport. And, boxing really don't need them. We need the sport promoted just like every other sport. These same people who watch Ohio State beat a D4 school 80-0 and cheer. So nothing wrong with that. So we can't worry about that. We have to continue to promote the sport overwhelm those who are envious, overwhelm those who are hateful, overwhelm those who don't have anything positive to say, to sit and whine and cry and turn it into fanboys instead of writers about the sport and building the sport and being ambassadors to the sport. It's that's how it should be. These men are putting their lives on the line, you know, and it's like I said earlier. I'm sure they weren't there when this kid was a boy and cherished his trophy just as much as he cherished $1 million check. So they don't understand that. So that goes with the territory.
What's next for Andre Ward?
Well, as soon as we get somebody to step up and fight him, he'll be fighting soon, I guess. You know, he's the most avoided man in boxing. And that's what I have to say. So, you know, he's got people working behind the scenes, you know, to get his next fight in line. Hopefully he'll get another one this year, and hopefully he'll get 4 within a year's span. That's what I would like for him. So we'll see how that turns out.
Well, hopefully we do see that now that he is with Rock Nation and has the ability to, you know, get the matchups that we're all hoping to see. Last thing, who would you like to see Amir Khan face next? Is there anybody in particular that you have in mind?
Well, the division is really deep, so I mean, nobody's emerged from that pack. So I mean, you got a tough fight, regardless of who you fight. So I'm sure he's going to have to go up against somebody who's hungry and dedicated and wants that vacant chair that Floyd is going to leave behind.
I know Keith Thurman's calling him out left and right.
Well, I heard that, and so I mean, hey, it might be Keith Thurman. So, you know, hopefully he understands that and prepares himself. Keith Thurman is a dangerous man, particularly to him. And you know, if he understands that, then I'm sure he'll prepare himself to you know, deter that from happening.
Well, look, Virg, it's always great seeing you and catching up with you, and I look forward to seeing everything that goes on September the 12th and with the rest of your roster. All right. Bye, fight fans. Hey, fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.